What's going on, folks? Hope y'all out there doing okay, doing well. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. What's going on, Inball? Can you not hear me? Hope y'all out there doing okay, doing well. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. Can y'all hear me now? Let me check the sound and see what's going on here. Okay, we good. All right. Been a long time, right? Been a long time, right? I know y'all are like, dude, what's been going on? I know it's been, if y'all know, anytime you see that I've stepped away from like doing videos for a little bit, understand that I've like either on speaking engagements, most likely it's always going to be speaking engagement or some type of vacation. But yeah, just gonna let this music play a little bit while we all gathering here. Appreciate you guys all being in here. Let's see who we all had in the house. Ball, Sharon said hi, Maida. K Michael, my most unsubscribed subscriber. How you doing, sir? Sharon again. Dennis McDowell is in the house. Lim, how we doing? Rebel Mom is in the house. My moderator Red is in the house. Appreciate you being here, sis. Appreciate you, Marcus. Mr. Marcus or Marquise, however you say that. Mary Garrison is in the house. Mama Carol. Did we just lose sound? So excited to hear your take on this. Seems pretty sus that people don't want to expose child trafficking. Yeah. Toothless Appalachian, what's going on? I seen the movie this weekend. All right. What's going on, Janet? Sandra, hey. What's going on, William? You know it. Yeah, Lim, it has been. Watch it Saturday night. Nice. Good morning from California. What's going on? Well, some people can hear the music. Oh, no music, but hear you fine. Oh, okay. Let's see. You will hear it here in a little bit. Guaranteed or your money back. Oh, okay, Mama Carol. Unifier TV is in the house. Hey, appreciate you coming over here, bro. Y'all go check out Unifier TV. It's good about spreading news and informing people and waking people up to a lot of the nonsense we got going on. So go check out Unifier TV. Go check them out. He has an Instagram. Also, I think he has a YouTube. So go check him out, folks. Again, Unifier TV. I urge all you guys, go subscribe to him. Go check him out. That would be awesome if he did that. That would be awesome if Elon Musk did that. Oh, Unified TV, no problem, man. Part of like this, what we got going on in this movie that we're going to talk about here. People like you will be the reason why we all get this message out there, man. We have to. I mean, we've been doing it already. What's going on, Fatal? Got two of them in the house. We good now. Honest, Ty, did you cry during the movie? It's hard not to. No, I didn't. I didn't cry. I got super pissed. I was super pissed. Yes, I seen the movie. You get ready to get into it here in a little bit. Hey, Lim. Hey, I appreciate that. Unifier, you won't be sorry joining this channel and following them on Instagram. You guys gonna see why too. Just allowing everybody to get in here, so we're gonna get into it here in a little bit. All right, folks. Appreciate you guys all being in here. As you guys all know, I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel. Do me a favor, and I know this is going to be something that you guys are going to be like, dude, we do. I understand that, but don't forget to double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And don't forget that when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure that this bell notification right here is turned on to all notifications. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. In theory, guarantee you this video probably going to be already demonetized. With that being said, if you would like to support the channel, which I already know a lot of you guys do, you can send the donations right here to the Cash App. I would very much rather have you send it to Cash App versus PayPal or through no. I'd rather have you send it through Cash App versus doing a super chat on YouTube. The reason is because YouTube gets a cut out of that, and I don't want them to get anything out of it whatsoever. Okay, that's why I'm saying that. So if you would do that, I'd appreciate that. So some of you guys are already coming in saying a whole lot of things about this movie already. I cried. They said I cried through most of it. Yeah. Have you heard Jim's recite the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic? Yep. Mama Carol, we know Ty for long as he is the point man of truth. Wait, what's going on? All right. Let me let you just get into this real quick, folks. This movie called The Sound of Truth. You guys all see the title, what I titled this here, right? You guys all see the title. And Sound of Freedom. At first, I thought like I kind of had an idea of what was going to be going on in the movie, but I was thinking to myself, like, what would they title the movie The Sound of Freedom? Why would they title it that way? And honestly, I thought that I had it figured out why they did title it that way. I thought to myself, like, oh, the reason why they're going to title it this way is because every time somebody gets rescued and they are brought to a place of refuge, being in a place of refuge is a sound of freedom. And that's what I thought it was going to be. But actually, I was wrong on that. I'm not going to give the movie away. Okay, I'm not going to mess it up like that for you guys. But it's not about what I thought it was when it came to the sound of freedom. It's not about them being rescued and them being in refuge is the sound of freedom. Like being in the comfort of people who's going to protect you. Nope. I'm not going to give the movie away on that part, but that's not, I thought I had it figured out, but it didn't. But I am going to tell you, I think that it is very, very telling of mainstream media. It's very telling of Disney. It's very telling of Hollywood that it's very telling of celebrities, very telling that none of them would get out there and really push you and me to go see this movie. Guys, listen to this. Although you may be a Democrat, although you may be a Republican, I don't care if you are a liberal, I don't care if you are conservative, Christian, Buddhist, Hindi, one percenter, Israelites, I don't care what side that you fall on when it comes to all those things I just named out of. It is very telling if none of us want to speak up about what's going on when it comes to these kids. It's very, very telling of you. It's very telling. When you have, and some of you guys have been with me for a long time. Y'all been watching my channel for a long time. You would always find in here me talking about my mentorship with the young kids. You guys all heard me whenever Biden them opened up the border. I told you guys this is going to be nothing more than a huge way to traffic in these kids. Did I not say that? I said it's huge. I told y'all from the beginning that the minute they said, oh, these kids that are coming in the thousands every day, these kids don't have parents with them. So what the Biden administration them did, they took these kids and they put them in certain sanctuary cities in these certain schools. So I told you guys that you got these so-called kids going to these used to be after school programs or going to these schools. You don't know who the kid is. The kid has no ID. The kid has no parents. You really think those kids are being put in those places like that so they can be taken care of? I told y'all, I said I knew exactly what they were doing there. You really think that what happened here in Illinois, Chicago, being a sanctuary city, Chicago allowed illegals to come in there and they pretty much shut some of the after school programs down to allow the illegals to get in there. And it is, my family told me, they said it is an astronomical amount of children. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm going to tell you straight up. This has been going on for a long time. And this is the type of stuff that I keep telling everybody. I said it's very, 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 it's very crazy that human beings seem to be the only species on this earth that don't care about its kids. Now, I know y'all say, Ty, no, we have a lot of no. I'm talking about collectively. When you have kids that can be trafficking, this is why it always just gets to me too when I just sit there and I tell people, here it is that this country gets you to focus on, look at here, look at there, Black Lives Matter, LGBT, look at there, our rights, our right. They get you to focus on that. And I keep on saying, where do the kids fall in this? Where do the kids fall in this? I don't care who you are. If you believe that, that's why I know I got so much going on in my head, and y'all can see I'm trying to talk slow. But at that school board meeting that a lot of you know that a lot of you follow my channel because of that reason. Some of y'all saw that I went viral for speaking out against CRT, but what they don't know is I spoke out against the hypersexualization of children. Period. I spoke out about it. I spoke out heavily about it, telling them, why are we trying to sexualize our kids at such a young age? Why are we trying to teach third graders about sex? Why are we trying to teach fourth and fifth graders what it is to consent? I told y'all it's because they want to desensitize you to pedophilia. They want to usher in pedophilia, and they're going to put it in under another umbrella. Like right now, they don't want to call it pedophilia. They want to call it MAPS, minor attracted person. That is some absolutely, I don't care who you are. That is disgusting and that is sick. Absolutely 100% sick. All they are doing is conditioning you Americans, and they want to desensitize you to grown men and women wanting to have these sexual things done with children. Let me make something clear here, folks. When you can set up a generation, which see, they're not worried about me. They only let me get this clear when I say they're not worried about trying to change my mind to accept that. They're not worried about trying to change my mind to accept that two men should be together, two women should be. They're not worried about trying to do that to me. They're not worried about trying to get me to accept that way of life. Predators in nature. A lot of things that you can learn about mental and emotional and spiritual things, you can get edification from seeing it in the physical. What do I mean by that? Predators. Predators in nature. My favorite animal, for example, a lion. You can take any big cat, tiger, take a leopard, take a cheetah. When they are going on the hunt, they always go after the newborn, the young. They always go after them first. The reason they go after them first is because the young, they have no antennas to say whether they are in danger or not. They don't have it. So it makes it easier for predators to get them. It makes it easier for predators to trick them. It makes it easy for predators to take advantage of them because they don't know that they are in any type of danger. That's why predators always go after the newborn. So what are you saying here, Ty? It works the same exact way with human predators. They always go after the young first. They always want the babies. They always want the kids. So listen to me when I'm telling you this. Who are the predators? Oh, yeah, I know we could talk about the typical creepy man with the big glasses, white t-shirt, tucked in with the jeans on and the big white tennis shoes and he drives the van with no windows on. We could talk about the disgusting, sweaty person, big old giant fat man who watches child pee. Y'all know what I'm talking about, watches childography and all this. We could talk about all that. But what I'm saying to you guys, you need to understand who the biggest of these people are. The biggest are the ones that are allowing it to be pushed through legislation and put into your schools. Hmm? Yes, you heard that. You heard that correctly. I don't care who you are. If you in all 50 states with all the congressmen, all the senators, and all that, if anybody, Department of Education, whatever, if anybody is thinking to themselves, we think that it is a good idea to allow children to pretty much look at pornographic material in the third, fourth, and fifth grade. If you think that individuals who think in their mind, we think it's a good idea to allow children to be taught about sex at an early age, ladies and gentlemen, those are your pedophiles. I don't care. I don't care how good and clean they look. I don't care if they're your favorite senator. I don't care if they're your favorite Congress. No goddamn on governor or anybody like that whatsoever should think that it's okay for children to learn about sex at that early of an age. Why is that even a thing when it comes to education? Why? Who taught you when you were a kid that something was hot? Who taught you, no, 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 don't go here? Your parents did. You didn't go to school to learn that a ball was a ball. Your parents most likely taught you all that. If you had parents, your parents most likely taught you that at a young age. Who taught you to even speak? Huh? Y'all see this one I want y'all to think about. Who taught you to speak? Huh? Who taught you that whenever you went to go pee and use the bathroom, a lot of times shut the door, lock it? Who taught you that? Your parents did. Why and when did we think it would be a good idea to want to bring sexuality into school? When you go to school, the idea was to get an education. The idea was to get an education so you can go out there and function as an adult. Things like sex did not need to be taught to no children, especially before it was even your time to even get into it. Third grade. This is something that this is something that we fought against in our districts. No, why? You want fourth, fifth graders? I mean, you want third, fourth, and fifth graders to learn about consent? You got books out there showing little third graders about touching themselves down there. And if it feels good, that's not bad. That's a good thing. You already are getting these kids desensitized to hypersexuality, no matter who it's coming from, whether it be their classmate, whether it be their uncle, whether it be their aunt, whether it be their own parents. You're teaching them that that is going to be something that's considered to be okay. Because look how good, if I'm telling y'all, this is what they do. This is the materials that they're putting in the book. But I ask you again, what we need to be doing is thinking, why in the world and who? Why are these people in legislation? Why are they thinking that it is a good idea to put this in school? You want to tell you why? Because they're sick. Because they are the pedos. Plain and simple. Because any normal man or woman would look at this with common sense and say, why would they want some books like this being put in there? They're putting things in there showing kids how to give oral sex, anal sex, oral sex in the in third grade books, fourth grade books. Why would anybody think that children are even interested in that? This is what I want y'all to understand. See, they say you go to school to do what? You go to school to learn. So I assume that everybody that's in here right now, you guys all know how to do you guys all know how to do multiplication. You all know how to add, right? This is what they do. And I know y'all probably heard me say this before. You learn to do some writing. Like I taught my kids to read and write before they even started school. I'm just telling y'all, I'm different. I'm a parent, like a real parent. Not saying none of y'all are, but I'm just telling you. That's how involved as a father I was. That's why, according to like this movie, I didn't have that issue. That's why the kids that are part of our mentor program and all that, we don't have that problem. And if we did, by God, I better not find out. I better not find out that one of our little kids were being touched on anything like that, because it's going to be hell. I don't mess around with stuff like this. I don't. It's one of the few things I always say, Lord, please, for one, don't let me catch this stuff happening in the act. If one of those little kids come and tell me that something happened to them, please, Lord, give me the strength to not react first. But I'm telling you, I just don't do good with stuff like that. I think that people that do things like that, they are some of the sickest folks in this world. So anyway, like I was saying, do you guys remember that when you were going through school, your teachers, once you learn how to do addition, the teacher will show you on the chalkboard how to do addition, right? Once you learned addition, they wanted to make sure that you understood it. They wanted to make sure that you comprehended. They wanted to make sure that you knew it. So what did they do? They made you guys all take a test. Any of you guys remember the 1 minute test? Or whatever, y'all remember the 1 minute test where they gave you like 50 problems, 50 addition problems, and you had 1 minute to try to get as many of them as you can? And if you got all of them right, you got like a candy bar. Y'all remember that? The reason why the teachers give you a test, if they want to make sure that you understand and know how to do it. Follow me. The reason why when you go to school and you learn whatever material they're putting out there, the reason why they want you to take tests is they want to make sure that you understood and that you have it up here. So then I ask you, if this is just about education, then if this is just about education, then it should just be taught as anatomy and physiology. Boom. See, when you teach anatomy and physiology, you're not talking about sex. If they, this is sex education is just learning about the body parts. Who you think we're stupid? Sex education is not learning about the body parts. It's teaching you how to do it. And again, I say again, the reason why the teachers present you with material and they want you to test over, because they want to make sure that you understand it and that you know how to do it. What do you think is going to happen when these kids see these, which they see these pictures and all this about little Timmy sucking on little Johnny's penis and little Karen sucking on little Jennifer's vagina and licking and all that in the third, fourth, and fifth grade? Yes. And saying it's okay to feel. What do you think those kids are going to go and do? They are going to go and practice what they learned in school. What do you think is going to happen when they teach these kids what consent is? Like some of these books we saw in there saying things like, we got these books out there saying things like, yeah, so if it feels good down on little Timmy's penis and he likes the way it feels, that's okay. So follow me. You're being told in school that if it feels good on your penis, That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You should like it. You should always like it. In fact, you should play with it yourself. Y'all, these are in the books in elementary school. Little girl, if she's rubbing herself down there, or if somebody else rubs her down there, if it feels really good, then that's okay. So in a kid's mind, if their penis is being stimulated, a little boy penis is being stimulated, a little girl's clitoris is being, I'm keeping it real. If a little girl's clitoris is being stimulated and it feels good, it doesn't matter who touches it then, does it? Because it feels good. And this is how these disgusting, sick people, this is how they end up grooming these kids and end up molesting these kids and doing these sexual things to these kids. I'm going to share some with y'all. I'm not embarrassed of it. And I hope that if they just happen to be watching, then they just happen to be watching. I'm going to share some with y'all. I share this when I speak out and things. This was done to me at a young age by women. I can go back to preschool. And I'm not going to say the names because me and these women have talked and I let them know that I knew what happened to me and I forgave them. I'm being real with y'all. I know that in the freaking kindergarten, someone that was babysitting, I remember her getting on top of me, and I remember her trying to put me on top of her. I remember her opening her legs, and she pushed me towards her, and I remember her holding on to my little butt and rubbing me up and down. I remember it feeling really, really strange and weird at first because it was prickly. I remember feeling her, I'm keeping it real with y'all. I remember feeling her hairs on the head of my little penis when I was in dang on kindergarten. And you know what happened? Nothing. I'm just keeping it real. I wasn't like, I didn't see. That's what I'm telling y'all. When you're a child, when you're a baby, there is no feelers of there being danger. Want to know why? Because let me keep it real. It didn't hurt. I didn't know what was going on. It was nothing. I didn't know what she was doing. I had no idea. So guess what? Eventually it turned into whenever she would do that, she always gave me some candy. Then she'd say, "You a big boy. Oh, you a big boy." And as soon as the parent was away, here she comes. Let's play hide and seek. I would go hide. She would find me. "You want this candy?" "Yeah, I want this candy." She'll lift up her shirt and she'll say, "Suck right here." I'm a kid. I don't know. I'm just doing it. It didn't feel like I was doing nothing wrong. It didn't feel like I was doing nothing good. I just did it because I wanted the candy. Now, what do y'all think happened to me psychologically every time I saw the babysitter? What do you think happened to me? I was looking forward to it. I wasn't looking forward to doing the thing that she wanted me to do. I didn't care about doing that. What I looked forward to was the reward that I would get when I did that to her. Right? That's one person. Now, I'll tell you another one. First grade, a whole different woman, a whole different babysitter. Same exact thing. You know what makes you a big boy? You know what can make you a man? Same exact thing. I will never forget her doing almost the same thing and telling me to stick it in. And there was nothing that can be seen. Same exact thing. She opened her leg. She would sit there and grab my butt. She would grind up and down. I'm in the first grade. Right? Now, my older brother came to me and, he, second, third grade, he came and he knew a little bit more about this stuff than I did. So he came and said, "I seen her boobies." That's what he would say to me. "I seen her boobies." "Did she give you some candy?" "Yeah. She gave me some candy too." "What she give you?" "Oh, she gave me a this." "Oh, well, she gave me a lollipop." "Oh, wow. Oh, cool." So whenever such and such come over, guess what me and my older brother, guess what we looked forward to? So when he went into the room and he came out smiling, like showing me that he got this big old lollipop. Well, I wanted one too. So I knocked on the door. "Hey, can I want some candy too?" She went, "Okay, well, come on in." Came on in there. I sucked on her boobs like she wanted me to, and I got my candy. Now, this is what I want to tell y'all. Understand this. As a kid, this is why I'm telling y'all. There was no filler in my mind saying what's happening to me is wrong. There was no feeling. And this is why I keep telling y'all, sometimes you could be in a predicament where if you keep getting a positive reinforcement, if you keep getting positive praise and encouragement to do something that you didn't even know that was wrong, in your mind, it's not. Right? Y'all follow me? This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. So some people, when I would tell this story, and y'all, no, that's just two women I'm telling you about. It's been more than that. In fact, y'all probably can't see this. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see that. My camera lighting is too crazy. But on my arm, there are three burn marks on my arm, three burn fork marks on my arm. I went to school, and bless his heart, this is in the 4th grade. Officer Dare came to our school, and Officer Dare began to talk to us about things like that. And he began to tell us, as a kid, he said nobody should be touching your private parts. Nobody should be doing this. Nobody should be doing that because that is wrong. Da 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 da. He broke it down and told us all about it. Then he showed us some pictures of some kids. He said, and people that do this to little kids, sometimes they kidnap these kids and they delete these kids, right? So then it's like, wait a minute, that's wrong. So guess what? A babysitter, came over and she said, she did her typical thing. And I said, no. I said, you're not supposed to do that. I said, because that's my private part. And I'm not supposed to touch your private part. And I'm not supposed to see your private part. So she went, okay. So she was cooking me some hot dogs. I remember this like nobody's business. I told this to her. And she just sitting, while I'm telling her this whole story, she's sitting there bawling, crying. Now, I told her, I said, I remember when you told me, when I said nope, and I said, I'm going to tell my mom. I said, I remember you putting that fork in that fire, and you said, have you ever seen the fork burn twice? I said, no. She said, look, burn once, and I looked at the fire while she had it, and then she was like, what's that on your hand? I was like, what? And she went, burn twice. And she said, for now, you better do what I tell you to do. You hear me? Now, she said, I'm going to tell your mama that you touched my private part. I'm going to tell your mama you did this. Now, my mama's 5'11", tall woman. I'm going to tell your mama that the reason why I burnt your hand is because you kept on trying to touch my private part. Now, my mama is 5'11". My mom did not play when it came to spankings. My mom did not play. I was scared to death that she was going to tell my mom, because then she put it on me like it was my fault. Because Officer Dare did say nobody's supposed to be touching anybody's private part. So me as a kid in the 4th grade, I'm sitting there putting it together like, oh, well, yeah. And not only that, the fact that I was asking her because I wanted the candy, and I'm a kid. So all this is going through my mind like, well, I did knock on the door and ask her, can I come in there? I did want to do that just so I can get the candy. I'm going to tell your mama, you a little mannish little boy. Right? So this is what I'm telling y'all. It's very important. That's why with my 2 sons, nobody babysitting my sons. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I did not let my son stay over at anybody's house. Nobody. Ty, you didn't trust your own? No. It's not that I didn't trust them. I'm not about to run the risk of anything like that happening at all, not to my sons. Now, we could take this a step further. You guys might be thinking this. Check this out. Did that have any type of psychological effect on me? I'm not gonna lie, no. I talked to my brother. Then I found out it happened to all me and my brothers, all 4 of us. Here I am now. You get older, realize what was being done to you. Now, look, y'all, this is gonna be hard for some of y'all to understand. What it did, it opened up Pandora's box. It opened up something in me and my brothers that should not have been opened up until we went through adolescence. Because you are being encouraged to do this to these women, because these women encouraged us to do it, because they praised us, because they made us feel like we were big boys. In our minds, we thought that that's what all women want. We thought that's what all women want. So next thing you know, you go to school, little girl wants to be your friend. She say, I want you to be my boyfriend. What's the first thing you do? You grab her butt, grab her. You trying to figure out what's wrong? What I do wrong? Hey, he touched me. You like, wait, what? So what I'm telling y'all that is this. A lot of y'all would think that this will cause you to go ball up in the corner and cry. Now, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm not talking about nobody that's been sexually assaulted. Like it's different with girls. It can be different with boys too, depending on what somebody does to you. I'm talking about sodomizing you, or somebody that's doing this to a little girl where they force themselves inside of a little girl. That caused trauma. I get that. But what I'm saying, for 85% of the young men that's part of our program that I talked to, that this happened to, 85% of them didn't have no trauma from this. And they always like, dude, I get what you're saying, Mr. Todd, because yeah, what it did, it turned on something in us that shouldn't have been turned on into adolescence. Okay? That's what it did. So what I'm saying that for is this. A lot of things that these people are doing, they're doing it because they have some issues. Some of them now, look, listen to me. It takes a very, very, very strong person to really break this down and you intellectualize it. You guys may say to yourself, which it is, and you're going to be true about this. You might say this, man, Ty, those people are crazy sick. I get it. I understand it. When I became a mature person and I started reflecting back on those things that happened to me by the babysitters, at least 6 of them, right? When I started thinking back on those things that they did, I realized they were teenagers themselves. That's not giving them no excuse. I'm not making no excuse for them at all. These teenagers were going through adolescence. Their sexuality and all that stuff had been turned on. But in order to get that so-called sexual frustration, whatever it is they had going on, they rather try it with little kids before actually going and doing it with somebody their age. So what I'm telling y'all is, look, check this out. I went, well, one of them, I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, because some few of them are not alive anymore. And it was terrible how they passed away. I'm not going to get into all that. Some of y'all say, well deserved. But let me tell you this. I was mature enough to understand what was going on, why they did it. When I figured out, when I was older, I'm not talking about when I was a kid. I'm talking about when I became older and realized what it is that they did and what they were doing, and realized the mindset that they might have been in. I know that they was under spiritual influence, for one. I know that they was acting off of their sexual impulses. I understand that. So what I did, I went to them and I let them know, I know what you did to me. I remember what you said to me. I even remember the candy that you gave me. I remember, look, I'm keeping it real with y'all. Such and such. I remember when you had me put my mouth on your boobs, that it tastes the way that musty smells. This is how vivid this stuff is to me, right? I said, now, what I'm going to tell you is this. I told them I forgave them. I told them, look, I know some of y'all going to be like, dude, bro, dude. But I'm telling you, I went and let them know what they did. And I also let them know that I forgave them. I wanted them to know that the reason why some of my siblings have multiple children by multiple women, I said, because you guys sparked something in us that shouldn't have been sparked until we hit adolescence. It turned on a switch. One of the hardest things I went through was going through high school and keeping myself until I got with my wife. That was one of the hardest things I ever went through, because that boy, when that, y'all, I'm not gonna say that. I mean, y'all, I looked, man, y'all, when we said we played games like High Go Get It, I don't know if y'all ever heard of that. Every time we played any type of game when it came to being freeze tag or tag in the hood, we always had, when it got dark, it's time to play High Go Get It. If y'all don't know what High Go Get It is, you know how you play hide and seek? When you play hide and seek, the person hides, you go find them, you tag them, found you. Now that person is it. Everybody comes back and meet. The person that's it, they got to close their eyes and count to 10 while you run away. Well, High Go Get It In the hood, I don't know if y'all heard about this. How I go get it is all the boys are it, and all the girls got to go hide. So when you ran and you found the girl, you grabbed her butt, and you got the pants rub. Y'all never heard of that? It's called hide and go get it. The girls went in here. When we found them, we grabbed their booty, we pants rubbed the living daylights out of them. You only got to do it for 10 seconds. Then y'all had to come back. Then y'all did it again. Then you went and chased after a whole different girl and did the same thing. Now, the reason why I'm telling y'all that is this. I went to some of my younger hood rats. No, I went to some of my younger. I went to them who we played high go get it with. And I asked them, y'all remember we used to play high go get it? They were like, oh man, dude, don't talk about that, man. Ty, don't you, because I'm just being real. They was like, you caught everybody. And I was like, y'all ever thought about why we even played that? I would ask the girls that. Have y'all thought about why we even played that? And they were, well, not really. I say, no, even when I'm talking about even the girls in the neighborhood. I'm talking about y'all. We was in the third, fourth, by the time fourth, fifth grade. Y'all ever thought about why when the adults were like all, in the backyard, having their card games and all that? Y'all ever thought when they told us to go in the house and play, y'all ever thought why we always wanted to play house? And one of us always wanted to be the daddy or the mama. And y'all ever thought about why we did that? They were like, actually, so that's what I said to them was this. I said, you don't have to tell me. I said, but were any of y'all messed with by like an uncle, your uncle's friend, or anything like that? All of a sudden, eyes watering. Who told you that? Man, who told you that, Ty? No. Nobody told me. I'm asking you. But I said, because it happened to me. Then it's like, what? So what I began to do is I began to peel back layers. Why, as third, fourth, fifth graders, why were we super hypersexualized? Why is it every time we played a game, we all wanted to do something, had to do something with sexuality, with grabbing the girl's booty and grabbing a breast and trying to dry hump them? Why were we doing that? We had to be shown that, because I'm telling you right now, no kid in their right mind, if they have not seen anything to do with sex, if they have not seen anything to do with touching girls on their boobs and breasts and all that, if they have not seen any of that, there will be no need or no desire to try to practice that. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. When those babysitters would do that to me down there, that's why I know, because it felt good. So not only you getting two things, let's keep it real. As a young boy, it felt good when she was grinding on me down there. And on top of that, I got a sucker or a lollipop or a Laffy Taffy or now and laters, or I got like some chips and a little grenade juice. So I didn't care about doing that. I looked forward to doing it. That's the crazy part. It's because you don't know you're doing something wrong or illegal. All you know is that it's no different than somebody praising you for brushing your teeth. It's no different than you getting praised because you finally know how to use the bathroom and wipe yourself. It's no different than getting praised when you get good grades. You feel that is right because you're getting praised for it. You feel that it's right. So when I begin to talk to those young girls, the girls that we played high go get it with, when I begin to talk to them, I'm like, y'all remember when we played high go get it, blah, blah, blah. Every last one of them, every last one of those girls that we play high go get it with, every last one of them was messed with. Every last one of them was messed with. So the flip side of that is this: the ones that have endured some type of, now, like y'all said, look, y'all, I keep it real with my young people. I talk about this openly like I am right now. And then I would take each individual, one of my little mentorees, I would take each individual one, and I would say to them, I'll take them off to the side. Nobody even know I'm even talking to them privately. Hey, I just want to know, has anybody ever done this to you? I take my young men, one each, and I do this randomly. Hey man, let me holler at you for a minute. Hey, the other kids don't know what's going on. And I would ask them, hey, has anybody ever touched on you? Aunt, uncle, cousin, older cousin, babysitter? Have anybody ever done this to you? Y'all, think about this now. That was then for when that stuff happened to me. In today's world, it's even more amplified. Why? Imagine what I just told you guys. I'm getting praise for it. I'm getting candy for it if I perform these sexual acts on one of these babysitters, right? But then you got social media and TV that everything in there is about sex. So that's even more crazy to make them feel this. That's why they doing it. Now just think, I'm talking against this. But then you got this stuff happening where this happening in these homes, and you have social media and I'm just keeping it real, especially among the Black community. We glorify the twerking and the booties and showing and all this and twerking on dudes and all that. We glorify that. It's shown on TV. It's all on social media. It's all in the phones. That's why the people that I mentor, the parent signs a contract with me that their children cannot have a phone. They do not have a computer in their rooms. The computer is in the area where the parent's going to be at. They are not to be on any type of social media whatsoever. The only time they're using that computer is when they are doing some type of possible homework. They're not on the computer to play games. No. They can watch TV, and there's going to be certain videos and certain movies and stuff that they can watch. This is what I do because I know the enemy. I know how they creep in. I know what they do. So now, think about this. Think about this. They had a movie that came out called Cuties on Netflix. All these social media things and all mainstream media, they were praising little girls twerking. Y'all, mainstream media, celebrities, they were praising little girls between the ages of like 6 and 12 twerking, having little booty shorts on and shaking it. They were praising it. Oh, this is a breakthrough. Oh, this changes the game. Oh, this with some little girls sexually dancing. But then a movie like what we're talking about right now, where they're shining light on child sex trafficking, and they are trying to completely suppress this movie like nobody's business. They are trying to suppress this movie like it is nobody's business. The dude said the movie was done like 5 years ago, but they fought and went through so many loops to try to get this movie out there, and then try to put it in the smallest theaters. They didn't try to promote it. Hollywood is not going to talk about it, of course. No celebrities are coming out and talking about it. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I would like to see some politicians talking about this. Guess who? Guess what man? Check this out. Guess what man led one of the best task force in America to combat child sex trafficking? Take a wild guess at what man did that. And they don't even talk about it. Take a wild guess. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. Don't forget, right, y'all in here right now to hit that thumbs up button for me right now. Facts. My guy Dante, facts. Jacob James, yep, facts. Boom. So the most racist man, the most racist president, the most bigoted, misogynistic president launched one of the most huge international and definitely United States task force to go and combat child sex trafficking. You can pull up things right now and they will show you video after video after video. Florida is doing a good job on pushing it out there in media, showing y'all this sex trafficking ring being busted up. And these disgusting, filthy folks, they're working at Disney. They're working at school. Some of them were police officers. That's the reason why I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why they want to desensitize you to it. This is why they want to groom the children to it, because these people can't help themselves. Look at the Dalai Lama. Y'all remember the Dalai Lama? Oh, the most spiritual. Look what he did when he got in front of that little boy. That spirit came out. He couldn't help himself. He squeezed the little boy's shoulders, looked him up and down, started breathing all differently, looking at the little boy. They gonna tell the little boy to suck his tongue. Oh, that's just cute and funny. He always jokes around with BS. Freaking BS. You got men right now. Men. That they're allowing to sexually abuse these children by so-called breastfeeding. Bruh. Men. What man would even want a baby to suck they... Man, come on, man. Where are the celebrities at about this movie? Where are they at about this movie? They won't even probably go and watch it because they know that a lot of them are probably doing it. None of them are speaking out against this. We are the #1 consumer of child pornography, the U.S. is. Why do y'all think they allowed that Mexican border to open up? That's where most of it's coming. That's where it's happening at. That's where it's happening at. So you got this movie that's pretty much shining light on what they're doing with these children. And the movie is a true story. You can go and look at the footage. The guy that did it in here, you can go and look at the footage. They put cameras to set up these things. You can see it happening in real time with them busting up these child sex trafficking rings. How is it possible that JP Morgan Bank is having to pay out money to the victims of Epstein, right? But there is no, we might as well claim that we was on the list. We might as well claim that we was abused too. Who are these victims? Who victimized them? Who was on that list that did something to these kids? How is Ghislaine Maxwell locked up for human trafficking when she was the only one that did it? Ghislaine Maxwell was the only one that was trafficking children. Where are all the people that she was in contact with? Where are all the people that she was networking with? Where are they? Where are these people? I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You cannot trust anyone when it comes to your children. Well, Ty, you a mentor, and check. You a mentor, you around these kids, and you want the parents to trust you? No, I do not. What I mean by that, look, even with Ty Smith, ask your kids. I don't care. Has Ty Smith ever touched you in your private area? Ask them. I want you to. I have nothing to hide. Everybody is on that list. I'm not special. That's why I even tell y'all, when I give y'all the truth, don't believe me. Go and look it up yourself. I have nothing to lie about when it comes to stuff like that. So in a case like this, you darn right, Ty Smith is accountable too. Ty, those people trust you? Yes, they trust me, but I also tell them, talk to your kids. I will not be offended if you ask your kids, Ty, has Mr. Ty ever touched you? Has Mr. Ty? Because guess what? There's nothing to hide. Do it. We have videos and cameras in our facilities everywhere. You will never. And that's why I said, if any of our men do any of these things to these kids, oh my God, I would have a huge problem with that. I would have a huge problem with that. But that's the thing, folks. This is why I say things like this. When you have groups of people who think that it is okay to be doing these sexual acts in front of children. That video I showed y'all with that disgusting, nasty man with his tidy whities on, doing like that in front of those little kids. That is sick. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Give me a second. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Don't forget to hit that like button while y'all in here right now so this video can be circulated. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Check this out. Tell me they're not coming for your kids. Yeah. That's pride. Not dressed up as a woman, not dressed up as a drag queen, not looking like a woman whatsoever, but looking like a fully grown, disgusted, sweaty, hairy, funky man. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what a these people. And look, let me get something straight. These people that are at these pride events, the pride people do what they do. But people like that infiltrate that. This man purposely did, y'all, he purposely did that in front of kids. Now, let me make this clear. Let me make this clear. I don't mean that the man was just dancing and kids saw him doing it. No, he faced those kids and did that in front of them. What would make a person like that feel that they can even have the audacity to do that in front of kids? Who's egging them on? And then you got some of these parents who brought their kids there to look at this mess. Sickening. I told you. Humans are some of the craziest folks out there that do not care about their offspring. Now, what really made it like crazy to me is that it made me think about, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Because I told y'all, I just want to show y'all something. Because what's hit me is that the little kid in this movie, if you haven't seen this movie, the little kid in this movie literally looks like one of my little peds. Now, let me say, I don't mean pedo, y'all. I mean, he looked like one of my little pediatrics. The boy, if you seen the movie, the little kid in the movie, the little boy in the movie, he has the same like lip structure, lip setup as my little bitty pee patient. I'm gonna show y'all something here. This is why I'm saying this is why I get so, man. Let me show y'all something here. Y'all get to see me y'all get to see me in action a little bit, my little patients. All right. Check this out. Wait a minute. All right, y'all, give me a second here. Let me do something real quick. Just stay right there. Don't forget, while y'all doing that, don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate if you did that. I'll take y'all with me. Hold on for a second. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. I know y'all wondering like what's going on. I'm just trying to get to show y'all something here. Let me see. So don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate the comments and everything that are coming in. All right, y'all, give me a second. I just want to make sure y'all getting the right stuff. Okay, so check this out. We have this.
That's it and that's all. I thought that was Job.
All right, check out my little dude right here. You gonna help me do my notes? Can you help me type? Help me do my notes. Come on, help me do my notes. You gonna help me type? There you go. There you go. You gonna help me do my notes? There you go. So I want you to type in, okay? Type in the following. Say patient is status post left knee TKA. Okay, good job. Patient states her pain is a 6 out of 10 right now. Patient advised to press her morphine pump prior to clinician coming to see her. Okay, good job. Good job. Now we need to put in there. So I'm gonna show y'all something else because the reason why I'm showing y'all this because I'm trying to show this is the type of stuff. No, it's not. It's not about me at all. But it's just about to showing you that I definitely have a huge, huge, huge love for these kids. Let me see if I can find the other one. And now work here. Eat your chip. Give me a second. That's 857. No, I don't want that one. Give me a second, y'all. I wish the pictures would pop up with this so I can show y'all because I'm gonna show y'all another little part in here. That was 857. I said. I think this might be it. And again, while you guys are in here, don't forget to hit that like button, the thumbs up button. Okay, that's 11:20. Let's see. 11:49:20. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. Check it out. Let's see. I'll let y'all see a little bit of this one right here. You did it all on your own with your muscles? Hmm? Well, don't do that, okay? Be careful. What is that?
It's a hammer.
It's a hammer? What color is it?
It's purple.
Good job.
What's your favorite color?
Now, that's just, let me see. That's 11:45. I got another one. I'm gonna show y'all another one. Okay, so give me a second. That's 20. It's not 45. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this together. Like I said, I didn't name it, but appreciate the patience.
I see those tiki toes, man. I see those tiki toes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You see your tiki.
For mommy.
You did? Did you put it on?
Find another heart for mommy.
Huh?
Find another heart for mommy.
You did? Did you put it on the table? Did you get all the goopy off of it? You got to get all the slime off of it. You got to get all the pink slime off of it.
Now
And
push
put the
forward.
treasures to the side.
One arm at a time. Yep. So just hold it with one hand. Left or right.
You put the treasures to the side? Good job. Good job. Boy, you bringing back some memories, my little friend.
You get this purple one?
Strong.
Or like
You got an itchy head, man? An itchy head, baby? You got an itchy head, man? What, left and right? What? This is what I'm talking about. Like this. How can you sit there, a little innocent, precious, beautiful little baby, all this innocence right here. How could anybody look at something like this right now and think sex? Huh? How can anybody look at that right there, that innocence of a child, and want to do something sexually to the child? It takes a very disturbed, sick, psychotic individual to want to do something like that to some kids. That's what I'm saying. I know the ones that follow me on this channel, y'all know I don't do this. I don't show y'all none of our kids in the mentorship program or anything like that. I don't show y'all any of that. But this is what I'm talking about. Kids that don't have fathers, or things like that. We just doing our thing, doing our job. Little babies are just sitting, looking at little babies just sitting there comfortable with me. Can you imagine? A whole lot of them are coming across our border with no parents. You really think that they're putting them in these so-called schools to be watched over? These kids are undocumented. I'll give you an example. If those little kids that y'all just saw there, imagine they didn't have no names, you didn't know who they were. Those kids can be passed off to anybody, especially now. Especially in Illinois, Governor Pritzker in Illinois is going to be giving these people license, but restricted. You don't know who these people are. How can you prove they are who they say they are? I'm saying this is a big issue right here. I'm just giving you an example. With those kids right there, I know exactly who they are, know the mom and all that, know my little mentorees. But this is what I'm saying. You got this is I don't do this a lot. I don't really show people me doing my thing in practice or anything like that. I don't show people things like that. But my point is, how can you look at little kids like that? How can any human grown-up look at little kids like that and get turned on? That is sick. I don't care who you are. You have some issues and you need help if you feel like you get some sexual impulses by looking at babies. You want to do something sexually to some babies. That is sick. And that is the reason why folks just get blown out of their mind and want to call Donald Trump a racist because he wants to close the border. Listen to me, y'all. Donald Trump wants to close the border. Mainstream media is telling y'all he's racist, he's a xenophobe, he's a bigoted, he's misogynist. That is so racially racist against the Mexican people. He don't want them coming in. Donald Trump don't want that business going on, and America is the #1 consumer of this. But Donald Trump is just, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Negroes just get pissed off at this stuff. Folks getting pissed off at Donald Trump, having no idea this is one of the biggest things he's trying to prevent. And if you want to sit there and act like, well, I'm not going to, dude, you are crazy. You are sitting there enabling this. Somebody say, nah, hey, we're going to put up a wall because we don't want them trafficking kids in America. No, that's so racist. Dude, y'all, that's what I'm saying. That's why I know half the time a lot of y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. Because the mainstream media wants you to focus on something else. Y'all thought that fentanyl and all that was the biggest issue? They said it's like $120 billion industry, human trafficking. And y'all think that they're just, open the borders up. Everybody should be able to come in and have an opportunity. The opportunity there is to take these kids and sexually abuse them and traffic them. They start these kids off as early as like 8, 9 years old. That is crazy. But y'all thought it was all about us just trying to keep our borders, trying to keep the fentanyl out and trying to keep the people coming in. Boy, they are tricking y'all like it's nobody's business. They are tricking you. You have been tricked. You have been duped. If you believe that we should have these walls open and these borders open, then you are an enabler to why these children are being sex trafficked like this. You are the reason. And here's the sickening part, y'all. Listen. He said, America is the biggest consumer of it. Y'all listening? America is the biggest consumer of human and child sex trafficking. America. Of all places, America. Truth be told, y'all, here's the deal. This movie is of such a significance that Dana White of the UFC, he owns the UFC, he said he would pay for all of his employees, all the workers of the UFC. He will pay for all of them to go see this movie. It's being so overlooked and suppressed that at the end of the movie, they allow you to scan a QR code and pay it forward. You pay for somebody's ticket, or if you can't pay for a ticket, the Angel, I think it's angel.com, they will try to find a way to get you to go see the movie. Now, why would anybody have to try to suppress this? Why wouldn't any celebrities want to come out and say something about? Why wouldn't anybody? Why wouldn't any of these so-called big shots, big names, why wouldn't any of them want to come out and speak out against this? It's always been a thing, folks. It's always been a thing. But again, is nothing can be done. Nothing can happen if we sit back and don't say nothing. This is why I do my stuff on my channel. Besides reactions and all that, this is why I do. This is why I speak out against this stuff. This is why I always know that if you want to have a strong future, you got to make sure you have strong kids. But the people that are actually allowing this stuff to happen and pushing this stuff in there, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. Want to know what they care about? The so-called elite people. That's all a part. Come on, now. Y'all really think Jeff Epstein messed with some middle-class people? Do you really think Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein you think they really messed with just middle class? No, they messed with everybody that was on their level, financial and social. That's who they messed with. That's why you found all those people that was a part of that ring. Go watch it on Netflix. They'll show you if it's still up there. If it's still up there, you get to see the people that was coming to Epstein Island. Now y'all say, well, Trump is in there with a picture. Nah, come on now. I mean, if that's the now, like right now, if I just happen to be somebody that happened to be in a public place or something like that, and they say, oh, there go President Biden. I don't care too much of President Biden policy and everything like that. I don't care. I'll take a picture with him. I'll take a picture with Kamala. I'll take a picture with Karine Jean-Pierre. I'll take a picture with any of them. And just so I can say, I met the president, number 46. I met the press secretary. I don't care for them. I don't like their policy. I don't look. That does not mean that you go into the island. I'm talking about the ones that went to the island. Went over to the island. Celebs going over to that island. They had to silence that man. Ghislaine Maxwell gets all these years in prison for human sex trafficking. But who did she traffic them to? Where are those people? Where's that list of people that name some people off Ghislaine? Where are they at? So that doesn't make sense to me. Because there's a lot of people that y'all probably wouldn't even think. It wouldn't even cross your mind that these people are all part of it. A lot of sickos. Folks, I cannot emphasize even no more than I urge you to go and watch the movie. It was so crazy. Me and my wife, my sons, we watched the movie. We get done. My wife was like, oh, wow, that's crazy, right? So my wife and my sons walking out to the car. I had to go use the bathroom in the theater. I come walking out to the theater. Police officer out there, I spoke to him, told him what we saw, blah, blah, blah. Go out there. It hit my wife real hard. Hit her real hard. She just like broke down because of stuff. And I'm telling you, y'all, that's what I'm saying. That's the part of what we do. That's how this stuff can get out there. It's going to take y'all. It's going to take me. You have to push this out there so the message can be put on the forefront. We have to go out there and question those that are supposed to be in certain positions or in office, legislation about this type of thing. Why are they allowing this to go on in schools? Why are they pushing this type of ideology and narrative in the schools? Why is it being allowed? What are the effects of it? Are they involved in it? Now, if I was to do anything in office, rest assured, that would be my number one priority right there. It's going to be like it is now, is the children. That would be the priority. And I do not care how many people would like me or dislike me. They all, if any of them are involved in it, they all need to be exposed and they all need to be brought to the forefront. There are countless, matter of fact, I'll share it with you guys. Let me see. Because there have been numerous of individuals that have been busted because of, like, matter of fact, here we go. Let's see where we're at. Look at this. Look at that. This was yesterday. Y'all see that? Franklin soccer coach charged with multiple sex crimes against children, allegedly recorded the crimes in which he drugged and sexually assaulted multiple boys. The coach. Let me see if I got something on I think it may have been Daily Wire. Daily Wire may have had something on this. I'm not sure. Let me see if my guy Right Wing Angel, he usually is on top of this. Matter of fact, we can just look it up. Here it is. Popular soccer coach arrested after videos of drug boys discovered on his cell phone that he left at a restaurant. Look at that. Tennessee soccer coach. Found hundreds of disturbing videos and pictures on that phone, they said. And many of them, Campos recorded himself raping unconscious boys between the ages of 9 and 17. Soccer coach. Soccer coach. That's why I say I don't care who it is. I don't care what you feel. I don't care how trusting you may think that these people are. You trust nobody. You talk to your kids. Y'all don't be you ask them. If they're like, oh my God, and you ask them if anybody put their hands on them and touched them. Sick folks out there. Y'all, don't forget to double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. Appreciate y'all being in here. Appreciate y'all taking y'all time out to listen to me rant on this. I would really, 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 really encourage you to go see this movie. I think word is going around that Elon Musk may allow it to be played on Twitter. So be on the lookout for that right there. With that being said, folks, y'all all know how I do here. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.